This is why mom jeans are very awkward on me, I have to say, because it's like, or like this isn't, we don't do this anymore. Now I feel like a thug. Hello, you're getting me while moving around from one thing to the next. You like these? Are these there? Like, this is why mom jeans are very awkward on me, I have to say, because it's like, or like this isn't, we don't do this anymore. Now I feel like a thug. Anyway, this is so not the reason you're here. Clearly I'm having an awesome, this is my first full day here. And second day being on the property, I would say. I think I'll tell you about all the sensory and emotional regulation stuff at the end. I think the biggest thing you'll want to know today, I should pull up a chair and get comfy. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, I think we're doing this in my bathing suit, so it's fine. The biggest thing that I have taken away from today, and I'm going to tell you more personal, like I said, and then sensory and emotional regulation, is that I was on a journey and I was like, I believe in the number 3. And I have talked about literally another vlog from another year while I was here, the power of 3. And I've told you this in podcasts, I've told you this on a vlog. The first of anything, 1 minute, 1 day, whatever that one is, the first, whatever, your brain and body is going to feel wildly uncomfortable because it's new and different. The second, number 2 day, you might ease into it because you're like, oh, okay, I'm doing this again. All right, I know where I'm at. I know what I'm doing. The third year or the third day or the third minute or whatever the third is, power of 3s, right? You might kick and scream because you're like, wait a second, that wasn't a fluke. Now we're doing it again. Why are we doing that again? I want to go that way. I want to do that again because that makes me feel safe and protected and in control. And the examples of what I just gave you of 1, 2, and 3 have been my journey as I've healed through Jonathan passing of year 1. Was all fight or flight. It was a shitstorm. It was very chaotic. It was very messy. It was very uncomfortable for my brain and body, literally to the point where I sometimes felt out of control, within my nervous system. Doesn't mean that I couldn't support my nervous system through that. The second year, what I said was that the dust settled in a really hard way, which means, all right, we're doing this again, but why are we doing this again? Year 2 was probably harder than year 1. And a lot of people say that through grief. Year 3, I thought was going to be my year. Stella's got her groove back. I'm good. Year 3 was also a shitstorm, and I didn't expect that. And I think that is what I mean when I say year, number 3. It's you sometimes go down kicking and screaming. If you're setting a new behavior or boundary with your child, this is the best way to describe it, right? Day 1, they're gonna be like, oh, this is new and novel. Day 2, they're gonna be like, this again? I don't wanna do this. Day 3, that's when they're gonna hit you hard and be like, fuck this. I wanna still watch TV during dinner. We're not doing this. I'm gonna raise hell. And then day 4, day 5, and it depends on how strong-willed your child is, you'll see they come around, they learn the boundary, and then what happens is their brain now has more capacity and space to learn something new because you've made that and set that goal. And what I call that is showing up to the party. So anyway, that's just a side note example for children. But this is exactly what's happened to me in the last 3 years, and I'm on year 4. And when I come to this place, I start asking myself, like, what's the reason I'm here? What are we gonna heal this year? And I just kind of like wait for the message. And I had a massage last night, and I moved through a few things in my brain of like, yep, that was really hard this year. Yeah, that was really miserable. Yeah, that wasn't fun. And I just took a mental note of like how my year has been from the time I was here last. And this year, while I'm learning new things, it also doesn't feel like this big bomb is showing up that I have to heal through. And that tells me that the power of 3s truly does exist, and the power of 3s really do work, and time does heal. And it's somewhat of a triumph for me, because this has been such a hard journey and such a hard road. And I have put in the work to feel as good as I could humanly possibly feel while moving through trauma, while moving through grief, because no one wants to feel miserable. No one wants to feel in pain. Like that's not fun, right? Like it's I choose fun any day, right? And so I wanted to honor it. Like I wanted to honor it, and I wanted to feel it in order to heal it and support myself through the feeling of it, because talk therapy, if you will, like that's one time a month, right? Or one time a week, excuse me. And you gotta wait until the next week. So it ends up being like a summary. I did the deep dive work and worked with mentors, and like I did any and everything I could, and I invested in myself, which is so scary for so many. And that's what you are basically doing when you work with our team, is like making a choice to invest in yourself. And it is the scariest thing you can do. Like it's the first time I ever did it, I was like, I'm doing what, and I'm spending what, and it, like what? It was life-changing. Like, and that's what I hope I gift and support other women and men through the journey of when they work with us, is that gift. But it's not just a gift of like, let's say life coaching, or, you know, but it's learning your brain, and it's understanding how your ticker ticks, and it's understanding how to go up underneath the hood and really support your brain when it matters most, when you need it most, whether it's through difficult years of raising your children, or it's through trauma, or it's through heartbreak, or deciding whether to step away from a marriage, or deciding whether to choose a new career path, or whether it's deciding to slow the brakes down if you are a high performance CEO, which I get so often, right? Like there's so many different things for you of understanding that need to happen in order to move through certain phases of your life. And by understanding your brain, it's just, you don't feel dumb anymore. You don't feel crazy. You don't feel stupid. You don't feel broken. You are able to support yourself in the most beautiful way. And that is what I've done for myself the last 3 years. And because of that, so it's like scary to say this. It's like so scary to say this, but I'm in a good place. Like I'm in a really, really, really good place. And it took me so long to get here. And it was such a fucking journey. But I think today I feel this sense of like I can like relax my shoulders, and I don't have to make such an effort to continue healing, because the healing has been done. And that's the biggest gift of all. So on the sensory and emotional regulation piece, I definitely think that yesterday I was walking, talking, and eating faster than I would have liked. And even my stomach, like I don't eat corn, I don't eat dairy, and I don't eat gluten. And that's what works for me Hashimoto's wise. I had a little bit of dairy because I didn't know it was in the soup. I forgot to ask. I had a few other I don't know, I had a little bit of corn last night too, because I wanted to try everything. And so I woke up this morning feeling kind of sluggish and tired, and my stomach felt a little bloated. But today, you know, the newness has worn off, and today I feel so grounded. And I feel like I'm starting to slow down. I feel like I'm starting to settle into the environment I'm in. Like, it takes your brain a moment to like, okay, this is where I'm gonna live for the next few days. Like, it takes your brain time to process the world around you, right? And so I can feel that today starting to settle in. And what comes with that is such a beautiful peacefulness between Carter and I to be able to enjoy and just be in each other's company, you know. So often, and most often, our lives revolve around the kids because we have 3. Lila has a little girl who's 12, and between the 3 of them, there's always something, or we're juggling back and forth, or there's just always a need. And you know that as a parent if you're watching this. And so what comes with is being able to settle in and find that co-regulation of like, we're at the same wavelength and we are enjoying each other's company. And I urge every couple to do this quarterly, like if not like, you know, but at least once a year. You have to reconnect with your partner. And if you don't make it a priority, then that connection will fall to the wayside and you'll forget what that feels like. And so he and I really truly do make that a priority of maintaining and keeping a strong connection. So it's wonderful to see as he's settling in too. And I think that's all for today. I'm off to my massage.